Read the title to item number 170.
Request of Gaye Harris to address council regarding Mayor Adams. Gaye Harris.
Ms. Harris?
Oh, here she comes.
Good morning, Ms. Harris. Welcome to the City Council.
Good morning, Commissioners.
You just need to give us your first and last name, and you'll have 3 minutes.
My name is Gaye Harris. I live at 7803 North Emerald Avenue. I'm a family practice doctor. I'm here to protest Mr. Adams' continued presence in office. Only 2 other political experiences have provoked me to this level of outrage. The first was the outcome of the 2000 election. The second was last year's revelation about John Edwards, which effectively ended his political career. I had campaigned extensively for John Edwards. I stopped listening to news, I stopped the radio, everything, for 2 years after that election of 2004. The time that I lost with my at-risk teenager campaigning for John Edwards and my then 4-year-old son is time I will never get back. Mr. Adams, I ask you to consider for a moment how some of Portland's constituents are feeling. Imagine how victims of abuse are feeling about abusers getting away with their actions. Imagine the pain experienced by the gay community. A friend wrote to me, as a gay member of our community, I am saddened by the stereotype that gay people prey on the youth of our society and that they think that we are creeps and perverts. As a gay woman in a monogamous relationship for the last 19 years, this sickens me to my core. Imagine how African Americans are feeling about you staying in office while the chief of police was removed for a relationship with a 40-year-old coworker. How is this fair to any city, state, or federal employee? Imagine how adults who were once at-risk kids are feeling. Those of us who are lucky enough to have an adult in our lives are very angry. We feel a deep and abiding gratitude to those adults. And we are outraged that your perversions of the truth have given mentoring a sleazy connotation. Finally, I would like to speak for our youth. We all know how hard adolescence is. It is particularly bad for boys. Many studies affirm that boys receive inadequate attention and support. One need only look at the suicide rate, which is 3 times higher among boys than it is among girls, and higher amongst gay boys than it is among heterosexual boys. Gay boys have the added burden of threats from a hostile society and are some of our most vulnerable citizens. I believe you would not have survived a week if your victim had been a girl, because society is more sympathetic to heterosexual girls than it is to gay boys. It is the ultimate irony that homophobic attitudes are keeping you going. The message your continued presence as mayor sends is, if you look good, move in the right circles, are calculating, and engage in mutually exploitative relationships with older adults in the corridors of power, you will get ahead. You might be famous. You might even be on the cover of a magazine. Certainly, you can get a job. Mr. Adams, this is your legacy. Many of us would like to bury it as soon as possible. For our sake, please resign.
Thank you very much. Carla, will you please call item 171? To indicate your support, you wave your hands. Could you please add the title to 171?
Request of Larry Crowley to address council regarding Mayor Adams.
Good morning, Mr. Crowley. Welcome. You just need to give us your first and last name, and you'll have 3 minutes.
My name is Larry Crowley. I live here in Portland area. Thank you very much for Commissioners and Mayor Adams for letting me come before you this morning to speak. I'll tell you a little story about my grandson about 3 weeks ago. 7 years old, I'm coming down to Portland late in the afternoon. We're listening to a local radio station. And the topic of the mayor, Sam Adams, and a young man. My grandson, who is 7 years old, is listening in the back seat before I could get up and turn the radio off, because it's not something I want him to hear. Questions he has for me. Grandpa, why was this man kissing this man? I said, well, grandson, his name is Aiden. This is a choice that this person makes. It's not right. I want to explain to him before somebody else does what is right and wrong. Little grandson, someone who is affected by those actions, because I explained to him who the mayor is in Portland, or any elected official. Integrity, the position comes with the position. So he now has a basic understanding. 17 years old, he hears, and I have to explain to him, this is a young man. I'm not here to condemn you, Mayor Adams. I'm here to address you. I'm very angry that I have to explain this to my grandson. 7 years old. I bring up the word reprobate. That's unprincipled. It's a corrupt person. That's Webster's definition of the things that you've done. The mayor sits here with the commissioners, and I'm shocked and stunned that nothing has been done yet to remove you from your position for what you've done. I'm not here to morally condemn you, but the lies and the things that I know now as a public and the voters, the people who work and live in Multnomah County here, this has been uncovered. The council members, commissioners, there's an accountability that you have to us voters. And I see that there's been a complete aberration of your responsibilities in allowing the mayor to remain in his position. These positions are created before and way after you guys are come and when you're gone. It's not about you. These offices are bigger than the persons who sit here. What you have left is the legacy for these young children coming up. It's the barometer that is left of the evil, and you're consenting to accept the lies and his conduct in this office.
Thank you, Mr. Crowley.
I ask
Your
that you
time's up.
remove him from office.
Thank you, sir. Your time's up. Could you please read item the title to one